Good morning, students. From the part of history, in the last class we discussed about Napoleonic Code. Today I am going to say what was there in the Napoleonic Code. The Napoleonic Code confirmed the rights of private property and land settlement of the revolution and reassured all who had acquired the former lands of church and nobility that their existing rights would be preserved. It established the equality before law, even it did away with the privileges based on birth. As earlier the people used to get privileges based on birth, now onwards it was not there. The Napoleonic Code also introduced in the countries under French control like Holland, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, etc. So there it's ended the feudalism in the areas conquered by the French army. So feudalism as the large of the system involving the jurisdiction of nobles over the peasants was ended. In the French Revolution you already get to know in class 9 that how feudalism ended after the end of the French Revolution. Feudalism as an economic system involving payment of feudal dues and manorial dues by peasants too was ended. As earlier dues used to or the feudal dues or this taxations used to pay, now it also over. Nobles, middle classes, peasants became the subjects of the state. Subjects means citizens of the state, all equally liable to pay taxes. Earlier it was the division among the people. Now after the Napoleonic Code, all were liable to pay the taxes. This system, levying means reducing and collecting taxes, was made more equitable. So it became more easy for the people to pay the taxes. Old guilds were abolished and internal tariff barriers were removed. So in the French Revolution, you already read that from one place to another, many of the tariff barriers or taxes were need to paid, but works were confiscated amongst the guilds, so that abolished, that removed. Transport and communication system also were improved. Common currency and standardized weights and measurements also introduced. So peasants, workers, artisans, new businessmen began to realize that these economic system or measures would help the movement and exchange of goods and capital from one region to another. In the conquered territories, not everyone welcomed the French rule. Initially, in many countries like Holland, Switzerland, the French armies were welcomed as the liberators. But their attitude soon turned into hostility because administrative changes did not bring much relief. So, too much relaxation they didn't get. Censorship, that is increased taxation, then censorship, forced conscription into French armies required to conquer the rest of Europe and turned the people against the French. And all this much you already read in class 9. So just revising this, in the next class we are going to discuss about the making of a nationalism in Europe. Thank you.